Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you're a subscriber. My name's Neil and it's time for another episode of Would I Lie to You? We've started working our way through the Bob Mortimer catalog. We're working in chronological order because I've been warned that some of his stories draw on material from his earlier stories, so it's best to watch them all in the order that they were filmed. So we have one from Series 8 coming up today. But before we get to that, I am embarrassed. A number of you in the comments section, since I've started doing WILTY reactions, have said, if you're a Taskmaster fan, you have to check out Series 5 of Taskmaster. Bob's on that. He's great. And here's my big confession. I've seen it. And I didn't remember him. Here's what happened. I stumbled across Taskmaster early this year on YouTube. I'm going to say about in February. I was doing nothing. I was bored at home. I found Taskmaster and I binged it deeply and quickly. I think I watched the first 8 series in a single week. And so it was a bit of a blur. It was entertaining and it was fun, but I didn't give myself the time to really get to know the contestants. Almost all of them were completely unfamiliar to me, so I had a steep learning curve to try and remember them all, and not all of them stuck, and embarrassingly, Bob was one who did not stick. So I have seen Series 5. I didn't remember Bob Mortimer, because while he's funny, he isn't wacky, he's not flamboyant, he's kind of a nondescript looking guy. But yeah, for whatever reason, I just forgot about him. And also, I wasn't doing my reaction videos yet. I hadn't started the channel yet. And one of the things I'm really discovering doing these videos is how much more I get out of a show by actively watching it, doing these reactions. I catch so much more, I pay better attention, I have to think things out because I do these little preambles and postscripts. So I'm actively formulating thoughts about the show the entire time instead of just sitting back on my couch with my clicker, zoning out with a smile on my face. So that's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. But I'm getting to learn Bob Mortimer now. We finally got to see an episode back in Series 7 where he got to tell a number of stories, some really entertaining stories. I know that more are coming down the pipeline. I'm not sure which ones are going to be in this particular episode, but I'm sure there's going to be some laughs. So without further ado, let's get right into it. This is episode 3 of Series 8 of Would I Lie to You?
On Lee Mack's team tonight, the woman who is to Sue Perkins what Sue Perkins is to Mel Gedroych. It's Mel Gedroych! A comedian who's been making people laugh for more than a quarter of a century. When he started, George Michael was straight, the Berlin Wall stood, and David Mitchell's jacket was in fashion. It's Bob Mortimer! On David Mitchell's team tonight, he came last when he appeared on Celebrity Mastermind. It's that disregard for humiliation that makes him perfect for our show. It's Adil Ray!
Okay. So I don't know the other two, I don't think.
He's a former member of Westlife who recently spent 3 weeks in the bush. I'm sure there's a joke in there somewhere, but this is a family show, so work it out for yourselves. It's Cian Egan!
All right. So the only one I know is Bob this time.
I once licked David Bowie's cake just to be close to him. It was the 1980s. I believe it was the year of the Glass Spider tour.
Yeah.
I was working as a waitress
in a cocktail
bar. No,
not a Bowie song.
I was going to say, I'm sure. I'm no expert, but that's not one of his.
that much is true.
Right.
That much.
It wasn't a cocktail bar. It was a cappuccino bar because it was the 80s. Anyway, I'm not quite good-looking enough / slim enough to be serving at tables.
Oh, right. We're going to have to hide you round the back making the froth.
No, pretty much. I was a washer-upper. Massive excitement one day. I'm in the back doing the washing up. Bowie's in, Bowie's in, Bowie's in. I saw him in profile, sitting
How did you see him from
at
the kitchen?
cappuccino bar because I could look.
Yeah. Can we get on to the licking?
Let's get on to the licking.
It's like Friday night in my house.
I'm not going to get to say hello to him because I'm not allowed to go out front and serve the man. So what can I do just to feel that I have entered him in some way?
Oh my goodness.
Yes, that some of your DNA
I'm part of
has
him.
been ingested by the great man.
Well, what sort of lick?
I'll just try and get back in the zone. Hang on.
Yeah.
It would have just been a...
Right.
It was full of homage and reverence for the great man. And then, obviously, it went out and I never saw him again.
It wasn't long after that he was hospitalised.
I think it sounds so absurd, and she's been so random that I think there's an element of truth to it, personally.
Is it truth or is it a lie?
I think it's a lie.
Well, one or the other.
It's a lie.
I think on balance it's a lie.
Yeah, it's a lie. It's a lie.
It is a great fat truth.
Whoa!
Bob, it's your turn.
Oh, goody.
The police once ordered me to leave town, unspecified, because I was frightening the locals. I'll give you the name of the town. It was Castle Douglas.
I don't...
Where is that?
It's southwest Scotland.
And
Near
why
Glasgow?
were you in Castle Douglas?
No, it was a long time ago. I was only 17, 18, that kind of age. And
A numerical age, that kind.
yeah,
Rather than iron or bronze.
David's
I was with two
hilarious.
friends trying to get as close to the Gulf Stream as I possibly could.
What? The ocean current?
It seemed such an appealing, far-off, miraculous thing, this
You know,
hot stream of water so near us.
You can't see it.
Well, if you're at the Logan Botanical Gardens, you can see the effects of the Gulf Stream. You know, it's like a tropical garden.
Yeah, they have like palm trees in Scotland, don't they?
I know all teenagers are absolutely mad on the Gulf Stream. Can't get enough of it and its
flowers.
But the police of Castle Douglas don't mind the teenagers who'll flock there.
For the Gulf Stream.
So what was it that you did that put their noses out of joint?
We scared the locals, apparently, because we were wearing very grotesque masks.
If you're going to gardens, why would you wear a mask?
Ah, well, here's the thing. That's a perfect question.
Just before you answer it, have a minute.
We were sleeping in the car. There was three of us. There's me mate Harry Harriman and Steve.
The way... Harry Harriman?
Steve, by the way. It's called Steve, by the way.
Steve, by the way, as in incidentally.
Yes. We're wearing these masks because we didn't have anywhere to sleep and we were sleeping in the car.
Right.
They'd been given us by Harry Harriman's mum, yeah, to keep us warm at night.
Grotesque latex mask.
Yes. She sold these stuff from home, and she sold another thing which was called a jobble top, yeah?
What?
Which was a bobble hat that made it into a jumper.
I'm telling you now, right, if this is a lie, and they end up saying lie, I will say to you, why did you make it more difficult for yourself?
On our daytime drive from Dundee to Castle Douglas,
With masks on.
as we went past
Keep
people,
your faces warm.
we were staring at them with our scary masks.
Why? From my experience of sleeping all night in a classic car in a latex mask and a jobble top, you get quite clammy. And so in many ways it's quite a relief to take the latex mask off for the next day's drive.
Yes, and Dave,
not to mention how it helps being able to see where you're going.
Of course, we take the mask off in the morning, but then round about midday, you wanted to put it back on. Yeah. As we came out of the shop, I was grabbed by a policeman, and it was a sergeant, by the way.
Sergeant, by the way. So that's how you got away with it, because you said, don't worry, that's my dad.
Maybe it was.
Somehow this is going to turn out to be the truth.
So he arrested you?
Yes, taken, put in a room, and then the sergeant and a plainclothes detective came in.
Plainclothes detective? CID have now got involved.
And then they said, you're going to have to wait here, we've sent for a specialist from Edinburgh.
Well, we explained what had happened, that we had these funny faces, that we slept in them, and that we're terribly sorry to have caused any offence. Sergeant, by the way, followed us till we were out of the city limits. So that's my story. It's quite a holiday.
And it's the truth. It's the truth.
I know what I think.
It's got to be true.
I think it's true.
You think it's true?
Yeah.
That's not what I think. My initial reaction is it's a lie. Let's say it's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie?
Yeah.
I say it's the truth.
It was true.
The first time Westlife sang on Top of the Pops, Louis Walsh made sure we stood up from our stools at the right time by hiding in the crowd and waving a banana above his head. It was our first number one.
Which was?
Swear it again.
I don't know this group.
Did Louis look... Was he dressed trendily? Did he fit in with the audience? Was he dancing?
It was like behind the camera.
It was behind. He wouldn't be in front of the camera waving a banana, would he?
Never
If
did
everyone
that.
can see the cue, you might as well shout, "Get off your stool!" Don't do this.
Look out to the back of the crowd there, Bob.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
someone was to hold up a banana, do you think you'd see it?
Mark,
Hold it, there we are.
Somebody is.
Somebody is doing it.
Oh my God!
Somebody's got a banana. Why a banana, though? Why a banana?
Okay, so here they are, a newly formed Westlife with You Raise Me Up.
I'm doing.
You raise me
I don't think this song made it across the Atlantic.
Was it true? Did
you
Louis
know
do
what?
that?
You know when you think, I'm not sure, we need to see it again.
Yes.
We don't have the time.
Okay.
What's it going to be?
I buy it.
Mel?
I think it's a lie.
Okay, it's going to be a lie.
Truth or lie?
Truth.
It was, in fact, a lie.
Oh, man, I'm sucking. I am not doing well.
Please welcome this week's special guest, Richard.
What's Richard to you?
So, Adil, what is Richard to you?
This is Richard, and we had to spend an entire holiday hiding from an angry Greek man because we got lost at sea in his boat.
I know Richard because
Think that could be
basically
it.
Richard outbid me at an auction for a waxwork of myself.
Interesting.
He recently let me take control of his crusher and destroy a car.
What were you doing
Bidding on your own
bidding
wax.
for your own waxwork?
In my house back in Ireland, I have a nice room full of like trophies and awards and stuff. And my waxwork was pretty decent. I thought, you know, why
Was
not? It was a place called World of Wax in Cork.
In Cork?
As opposed to World of Cork in wax.
He was trying to get it for his mother.
Right, and what price did it go for?
I think about 3,500 in the end.
Really? But how much would you charge per day to go round to his mum's and just stand there? Because I reckon for $2,500 he could have got the real thing for the day. Adel, you're in Greece, you're on holiday. Whereabouts in Greece?
Kavos.
In Kavos?
Yeah.
OK, and you rent a boat, do you?
Yeah, from the Greek man. He told us not to go too far, but you know, being lads, you're on holiday, you have a bit of a laugh, don't you? So we were on the boat and we just went as far as we can. And we ran out of petrol. So yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Can we have names for the other guys?
Can't remember the Scousers. Scousers.
Terry and Barry.
How do you not know the other two guys?
And then we got rescued by fishermen. We got towed to the shore. Man, the angry Greek man was angry with us. We couldn't understand him. He just kept on doing this to us.
That means your time's up, surely. How did it come about that you were taking control of the crusher?
I was walking along one of London's streets, and a football bounced out in front of me. And I sort of looked to where this ball's come from, and it's come from a sort of place where they crush cars, you know, a breaker's yard. I picked it up because I thought I would present it back to them like a vase. Not to have to interact with it in a sporty way.
Yes.
And he recognises me from television.
Oh, big head.
Yeah. And him and his friends ask if they can have a photo with me because of my fame. And I think beauty. Fine. And then he says, would you like a go on the crusher? It would be a good thing to say you'd done on Would I Lie to You?
I actually could buy it. I could buy it.
I'd remember it really clearly if it happened to me. I wouldn't even hesitate if I was asked the next question. I'd be able to say it straight away.
What car was it?
What kind of car was it?
It was a Citroen Picasso.
Right. And what colour was it?
Green.
There was something about the way you said that where your lips committed to it before your brain. Look at Richard's face.
Yes.
He says many things, doesn't he? But what he doesn't say to me is Car Crusher.
Absolutely.
Mel is going for Adel. Bob's going
Adel.
I'm going for Adel.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think I agree.
Hi, I'm Richard. Adel and I upset a Greek man
Yeah.
when we got lost at sea in his boat.
Yeah.
It is Lee.
Lie.
When my kids were younger, I designed a special system for remembering which Teletubby was which.
Name the Teletubbies.
Name the Teletubbies.
Yeah.
All right. You had Kian. Oh, no, that's Westlife. Hang on. You had Poe, Lala, Tinky Winky and Dipsy. And Stuart Sutcliffe, but he left before Ringo.
You know what colours each of them are?
Oh, you bet. Poe, I remember as being like a post box, so that's red. Lala sounds like yellow. Well, it doesn't, but it sounds more like yellow than Poe, Tinky Winky or Dipsy. Tinky Winky, I sort of have a visual picture of him with his willy out.
And it's purple.
Dipsy sounds a bit like the deep sea, which is green. It isn't, it's usually blue, but the deep sea is definitely more green than it is purple, red or yellow.
I actually buy that.
The tragedy of this moment is that as a result of this, I will now remember the colours.
Thus proving
The system works.
Well, yeah,
Is he telling the truth?
He is. He is.
because I think the system, effective though it's proved to be, is just something he's invented. I think we've seen him invent it.
Why would he know the colours to begin with, though?
I think if I
true.
go with you and it turns out you're wrong this time, the only time I go with you, then I'm just going to find that funny. And like it's gone beyond tragedy, and you just laugh at death.
Truth. Truth. Laughing at death.
It was, in fact, true.
Laugh at death. Oh.
Okay. Calm yourself. Calm yourself.
I am so merry.
Oh, David's growing on me.
I can reveal that Lee's team have won by 5 points to 0.
To 0. A shutout.
My individual liar of the week this week is Bob Mortimer.
Again. He only got the one, but it was a doozy. The challenge for this show for me is going to be that it doesn't just use British comedians. It uses actors from British shows. It uses pop singers. Yes, some British culture makes it over here, but not as much as stays home for you Brits. So I will not know a lot of the contestants. I know there's a lot of comedians that sort of do the circuit. They do Taskmaster, they do WILTY, they do QI, they do Big Fat Quiz or whatever it's called, or the Big Quiz Show. And a bunch of others. 8 out of 10 Cats do Countdown, all of which I need to see more of, but at least they do the loop. But this show also has people that aren't part of that circuit. Anyway, I recognize Bob now, and I recognize his style. I almost wish I had seen him doing WILTY before I saw him doing Taskmaster, because I feel like he really made a reputation for himself with his appearances on this show. But in any case, I may at some point do a rewatch of season 5 just for my own edification now that I really know who he is. I love the back and forth between David and Lee. David's really growing on me. I'm not sure I'd seen much of him prior to WILTY. Obviously, I knew Lee from series 11 of Taskmaster, but David's really growing on me. I like his sense of humor a lot, and it's just such a fun show. It's a great half hour. super entertaining stories every time, and just having to make that call on whether it's a truth or a lie. It's just enough to keep you 100% focused and really trying to figure things out the entire time instead of just sort of sitting back and laughing. And I love that. I love that it makes me think just a little bit about that. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider it. It would be amazing for the channel, help more people see these videos. And until next time, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.